Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be doing some skincare education. And as you can tell by the title, it is why your skincare slash makeup is pilling. This can happen for a variety of reasons. I know when I first started getting into skincare and makeup, I just thought it was normal. It only happens sometimes with certain products. You know, this is a very common issue, especially when you're just getting into skincare, just getting into makeup, and it's really annoying when it pills off and it just makes the process of layering very difficult. So if you guys want to see how to prevent your skincare and makeup from pilling, then just keep on watching. So the first reason why skincare and makeup pills is because you are applying your products too fast and way too close together. For example, sometimes in the morning when I am running late, I'm applying my skincare back to back to back. For example, I'm putting on my serums and then my moisturizer and then my sunscreen like within a minute of each other. And then I go to apply my makeup, and before I even apply the primer, then all of a sudden everything is sloughing off my face. And I'm like, or why? Why is this happening? And it's just because you haven't given your skincare ample time to sink into the skin, really let it kind of marinate. The simple way to solve this problem is just to give yourself enough time in the morning and give it probably like a minimum 5 minutes, best case like 10 minutes between each step. And not really between each step, but probably between where I really see it is like your serum, moisturizer, and sunscreen. That's kind of where I've experienced pilling the most, and more so in the moisturizer and sunscreen step. And I have found with specific products, I can really help prevent that pilling as long as I wait for it to sink in. A great example of a sunscreen that I know pills and that I have to work with a little bit is this Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen. At first, I didn't have issues with this pilling, and I think it's because I literally let my skincare kind of sink into this. If you haven't seen my full review on this, I'll link it up here. But I never had an issue until I really started layering on the product very fast. And so this one is my most common pilling culprit at the moment. So this one I know I really have to work with and kind of just let everything sink into the skin before I apply this, because if I don't, then it's really gonna look crazy. My Supergoop Every Single Face sunscreen and the Supergoop Glow Screen. I mostly see the pilling with the Glow Screen and the Glow Recipe, and maybe it's just because they do kind of have a little bit of a glow, if you will. So these are kind of the most common pilling culprits, but once I let everything kind of, mostly my moisturizer, sink into the skin, give it some 10 minutes in between, 5 to 10 minutes, then I don't have any issues. So if you're experiencing pilling, it could be that you are just applying everything too quickly and not giving it enough time to settle into your skin. Another common reason why your skincare is pilling is because you are mixing products that just don't play nice together. For example, if you do a water-based serum and then a oil-based serum back to back, those are really gonna combat each other. You know, oil and water don't mix well. Same thing on your skin. So really you want to stick to things that kind of have a very similar base. So to water-based serums, to oils, or even sometimes with different primers, like a silicone-based primer and then a water-based serum or moisturizer. If you layer those too close together, it's gonna pill, and it'll probably pill. Again, just gotta kind of play around with your products and make sure they go well together. So silicone-based primer, silicone-based skincare products, water-based. I usually don't see a lot with this problem though if I let it, personally, if I let everything sink into the skin. So where I really see this is like in my silicone-based primers, like the One Size Beauty. If I put that on right after a very water-based moisturizer and I don't give it enough time, then it's gonna pill. Sometimes I can get away with it if I give it that 10 minutes for the moisturizer to kind of sink in, and then I put the silicone primer on top just in my T-zone. I can get away with the skin not pilling. But I usually notice it like in the outer corners is where the pilling takes place. So again, I feel like also giving your skincare enough time, like we previously talked about, will help kind of avoid, even if you do mix things that don't go well together. But also just keep note of your skincare products that aren't mixing well together, if that makes sense. This is truly the best touch-up sunscreen, by the way. This is the Your Sunny Side Up Sunscreen Mist. It's so good. Highly recommend. Like, this and a powder, I'll never go back. If you want a recommendation for a good silicone-free primer, the Glowish by Huda Beauty. This is really good, really blurs the pores, and I have really not experienced any pilling with this, especially because I've been mixing it with a couple other primers like this This Makeup Forever Redness Corrector Primer. This is really hydrating. These go really well together. As long as I put it like on the outside of my face, I really just use it for redness. And also the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dew Drops. I love using that as a primer. These go really well together, again, because this is silicone free. So this is kind of an example of things that mix well. More water-based, so these aren't gonna fight each other. So you just kind of gotta work with your products a little bit more, which takes a little bit more effort, but as long as you kind of keep track of it, you should be okay. And finally, the last reason why your skincare products and makeup could be pilling is because you're just also layering way too many products, which I have also done and have experienced, because a girl likes a simple routine, but also every now and then I love me a 10-step routine. In the morning, I just feel like it's so calming and it's like my self-care time, you know? Like, I feel like I'm more simple during my night routine, which is crazy. You would think it'd be reversed because you have more time at night. I don't know. But you are just applying way too many products. For example, some of my routines where this has happened in the past where I am seeing that skincare pilling is I'm applying my cleanser, of course. I'm applying a toner. Nothing too crazy there. Where it gets dicey is when I apply more than 2 serums and then a moisturizer and the sunscreen. That's when it gets a little crazy. For example, I'll apply like my vitamin C serum after my toner, and then maybe I'll apply a more calming serum slash like eye cream, another calming moisturizing moisturizer, and then I'll apply sunscreen, and then I'll go in with a makeup primer. That's a lot. It's too much. Sometimes I'm just overwhelming my skin with just too many products that I don't need. Sometimes less is truly more. So maybe cut back from the 3 serums and do 2 in the morning, or even 1, and then maybe gradually kind of see what you want to go with. And again, I feel like it all also comes back to you're applying all those serums and moisturizers, and then you're also doing it back to back to back. That is a recipe for pilling, and it's gonna be a mess, and you're gonna look like Goldmember from Austin Powers with everything sloughing off. So maybe just apply less in your morning routine. Don't be like me. I have scaled it back, and I feel like that only happens, and I do that when my skin is feeling really dry, and I kind of almost can't decide what serums I wanna use. Just let your serums be, and hopefully that will fix some of your pilling. So follow all those steps to prevent pilling, and then you will have a beautiful makeup base, and your life will just be much easier to get out the door. Have you experienced skincare pilling, or is this a common issue for you? Or are any of the examples that I gave something that you do? Let me know in the comments below, and if you try any of these tips out and it works for you, I would love to know. Let's start that chat in the comments. If you're interested in more skincare education videos, you can go ahead and click over here, or if you're interested in more beauty videos, you can click over here, and also some wedding planning updates, because we are getting right into the thick of it. We are 7 months away from the wedding, and things are getting exciting, a little stressful, but exciting. So I will see you in the next video, depending on what you choose.